Every day you make choices. What time you get up, whether you hit snooze, what you eat, how you treat people. But the big ones, the ones that shape your life, they don't really shout for your attention. They creep up quietly. You choose to stay in that job, you choose to take on that debt, you choose to chase where everyone else is chasing. Without realising it, you're doing it. And before you know it, the life you're living isn't one you designed. It's one that just happened. But here's the truth. You can always have a choice, even when it feels like you don't. The illusion of freedom. Most of us grow up believing we're free, that we can be whoever we want to be, do whatever we want. But the system, it doesn't make it easy for us, does it? We're taught early, get good grades, get a job, climb a ladder, work hard, buy a house, get a car, go on a couple of holidays a year. That's the script. Bit better in this one. And it's not a bad script. It gives structure, stability, something to aim for. But no one tells you how quickly it becomes a trap. In my 20s, when against the grain, as early as 20, people are asking, when are you settling down? When are you buying a house? Why are you still going out a weekend? Unless you've got a ton of cash or you're happy living that carefree lifestyle forever, which is fine by the way, sooner or later life pushes you towards a more traditional path. And I personally needed structure. I wanted a career, a sense of progress. So I went for it, climbing the corporate ladder. Because that's what we're told success looks like. But eventually I realised something, I let go of what mattered. I was chasing job titles, guaranteed income and approval. And to be fair, recruitment, which I worked in, was very commission-based. The income was never really guaranteed anyway. But the moment you start comparing your life to someone else's, the moment you start chasing what they have, you stop living on your terms. You start working for the approval of other people who don't even care anyway or thinking about you. That's how the choice slips away. Not because someone took it, but you handed it over, bit by bit, without even noticing. So how we lose the choice? You start small. You get your first job. You earn a bit of money. You feel good, right? You've made it. Then you upgrade a car, move into a nicer flat, nights out, new clothes, better gadgets. And again, there is nothing wrong with any of that until you realise you're spending tomorrow's money to pay for today's lifestyle. And now you're trapped. You can't walk away from the job you hate because the bills won't stop. You can't take risk or break because the debt's waiting. It's not freedom anymore. It's survival. You start living for payday, counting down the weeks, hoping things will somehow work out. And the truth is, the more you chase comfort, the less of it you actually have. And here's the thing. There's far too much content there telling us how we should live. You've got people online saying you're not successful unless you've got a certain car, a certain body, a certain lifestyle. You're told you're falling behind if you're not making millions by 30, if you're not eating kale, doing ice baths or journaling at 4 a.m. And having worked in mental health recruitment and also suffered below self-esteem myself, I've seen firsthand the impact that kind of noise has on people's well-being. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. to be successful. You don't need an ice bath every morning or a six-figure income to be worthy. There are people trying to make you feel inferior. Now there is a balance. Yes, early starts can help. Exercise is powerful. And eating well, of course, matters. But you're not less than if you don't do all of it. We're constantly made to feel like we're not enough. And let's be honest, it's absolutely exhausting. I'm not here to tell anyone how to live. I've chased that life, the titles, promotions, and new cars. And you know what? Each time I hit one of those goals, the feeling lasted about a day. A new job title, a day. A new car, a day. More money, a day. Then it fades. Because the buzz doesn't come from the thing. It comes from the chase. And once you've caught it, there's nothing left to run towards. That's what I realised. I need to stop chasing when everyone else said I should want. And figure out what actually matters to me. And for me, that meant knowing exactly what I need to provide for my family and myself. I know what enough looks like. And for me, yes, it is a nice car. I'm really, really happy and content with our semi-detached house in the borough of Croydon. It's a great area, despite all the comments I receive. It's got good schools. We have one luxury holiday a year and some fun and cheap camping trips. And time with the people I love, rather than buying a bigger house or a new car or a couple of holidays a year. Recently, my earnings more than halved due to the market stepping out of a director's role. I had the choice to upgrade my house, the car, and so forth, but I invested when the times are good. I'd be in this shit now, but now I'm investing less and cut back on some day-to-day spending, but it hasn't caused me any stress. I once met a lady on holiday. She grew up near where we live. Now, when I asked her why she moved back, she said, I couldn't live in that postcode. A house is half the size of mine, 500 grand more, if not more than that, all a mortgage, all for an address. Then she said she slapped the holiday on the credit card. It hit me. That's what most people are doing, trying to look wealthy instead of being free. I generally have pure moments of contentment and gratitude in the house and my 6-year-old car. I don't need any more. I'd rather sit in a big garden with a manageable mortgage and peaceful life than show off. That's my version of enough. But if you truly love chasing bigger goals, if building an empire or owning 5 cars fills you up, then go for it. If you're doing it for you, not for validation, that's your choice. And that's the point, it's knowing what's yours. So the cost of distraction. Everywhere you look, someone is trying to sell you something. A new phone, a better car, a faster way to make money. And the message has always been the same. You need this to be happy. Happiness isn't found in more, it's found in enough. The more stuff we buy, the more noise we create. And that noise drowns out the quiet moments where you actually figure out who you are. We fill every gap with scrolling, spending, comparing, while overstimulating and underfulfilled. And that cost isn't just money, it's peace, it's time. It's the ability to make clear choices because you're not constantly reacting to what everyone else is doing. Every time you say yes to something meaningless, you're saying no to something that could actually matter. Now, there's a preach over. So how do we reclaim choice? So how do you get it back? How do you reclaim the ability to choose your own life? First of all, it starts with awareness. With noticing what you're actually doing and why. Ask yourself, am I spending because I want it or because it fills a gap? Am I chasing goals that mean something to me or ones that look good to others? Am I living by design or by default? Then simplify. You don't have to sell anything or live like a monk, but you do need to get honest. Spend less than you earn. Say no more often. Cut the noise, protect your time. Because choice isn't about being able to buy whatever you want. It's about being able to say no when you don't. That's real freedom. Not needing to prove anything to anyone. Not chasing the next thing because you're supposed to. Now, a personal reflection on this. I learned that lesson the hard way. For years, I thought freedom meant earning more, bigger job titles, bigger paychecks, bigger everything. But the truth was I was still stuck because I was spending as fast as it came in. It wasn't until I slowed down, simplified and started asking myself what actually mattered that I realised freedom had nothing to do with money. It was about choice, about time, about waking up without dread, about being able to say no to things that don't fit the life I actually want. And that's what I want everyone watching to learn. Not a fantasy version of success, but the real kind that's built quietly, one choice at a time. Now, of course, you need money to have that independence and freedom. But if you actually find out what you want, that number could be a lot less. So if you're watching this and you feel stuck, remember, you're not trapped. You're just surrounded by noise. Every day you get a chance to make a new choice, to spend differently, think differently, live differently. And it won't happen overnight. And it won't be easy. But it will be worth it. Because when you strip away the pressure, the expectations, the comparison, what's left is you. And the next choice is yours. That's where freedom starts. Not with more, but with less. Not with control, but with clarity. All we ever have is choice. So make yours count. As always, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Please do like and subscribe. I really do want to get this channel going, push my message out there to help some people get their choice back. I also want to make a few quid from the channel. I'll be live again in a couple of days on Tuesday, and I'll be starting right at the start of how you start building your wealth. For now, spend wisely and stay safe.